Good afternoon, I'm Wiktoria Francowiak with your 1 o'clock update. An investigation has been launched after a fire broke out on Shirley High Street. The blaze started in a flat above the betting shop yesterday morning. Fire and rescue services had to close the road for 4 hours whilst tackling the incident. Today, investigators said the cause of the fire is still undetermined. A man has been jailed for more than a year after stealing an unmarked police car and seriously injuring a police officer. 20-year-old Nathaniel Hemi stole the car in an attempt to evade police after being pulled over. The court heard how the officer who tried to stop him suffered bruises and grazing after being caught in a vehicle. Hemi pleaded guilty to the charges. The former Police and Crime Commissioner for Hampshire says more needs to be done to prevent youth committing the crime in later life. Comes after the budget to the police force has left residents in Southampton claiming they feel less safe. Neto Brazil reports.
Seeing a police officer in Southampton is becoming a rare sight. Residents have recently been making complaints that they are not seeing police officers around on the streets compared to last year. According to the latest statistics, Hampshire Police has cut $82 million from its budget in recent years. Southampton residents say how this is affecting them.
There isn't enough. There's so much crime around. And as I said before, my granddaughter works in a shop, gets lots of abuse, lots of threats, knives. There's never enough security guards in shops or police on the street. So yeah, we do need more.
And I feel that there's a lot of sometimes dangerous, especially during the parks and on the areas. So they need to either light up the areas or provide more police officers.
Simon Hayes, the former Hampshire Police Commissioner, says why people are feeling less safe.
That's due largely to cuts in government funding for the constabulary. It's also the case that the type of crime that people experience has changed over the last 25 or 30 years.
Youth Defending Service Manager John Gardner says the police are dealing well with crime and doing what they can.
They have suffered significant resource cuts in recent years, but the processes that they've got in place locally I think are as effective as they can be for ensuring that there's a prominent visible presence where it's needed and priorities are responded to accordingly.
Simon Hayes has a proposed social change that he thinks will reduce crime.
A lot of minor crime, antisocial behaviour, maybe minor drug offences are committed by younger people who do it on the spur of the moment, who don't think about what they do. What they need as a young person who's committing an offence for the first time is actually some guidance and instruction as to why that was not the right choice to make, because otherwise we do know from academic evidence that small offending at a young age can turn into large and even violent offending at an older age, and we need to break that cycle.
I am Neto Brazil and this is Solent Journalism.
Unions are blaming the government for the planned closure of 2 care homes in Southampton. Glyn Lee and Holcroft House are due to close, saving the council £1.3 million. The council claims they are not receiving enough funds from the government to keep them running. They've assured the 75 residents they will be rehomed should the plans go ahead. A new cruise ship replicating the Titanic will be joining Southampton's fleet of luxury liners. The Titanic II is being built by an Australian firm and will be modelled on the original Titanic. It will carry almost 2,500 passengers and follow the same routes from Southampton to New York that the original ship took in 1912. Its maiden voyage will take place in 2020. The builders have promised to include more lifeboats in this time. That's all from us for now. You can find all our stories and more online. Head to solentjournalism.co.uk and follow us on Twitter. We're back with another update at 4.